Hello, hello. Welcome back to another episode of the Who Asked Me podcast. I am so excited to be here today with one of my good pals, Tom
Mm.
Hamlett of the Dumpster Dive podcast.
Oh my God, I made the good pals list. I'm so honored.
Oh, of course. Can I just say, I was so fucking jealous of all of you at Nora's birthday party.
We had a really great
It was
time.
so gorgeous.
It was beautiful. She did a great job. She had this like
Yes.
beautiful dinner party out in her backyard. She's a beautiful house in New Jersey. And it's just like cozy. You want to like just curl up on the couch and watch trash
hmm
TV in her home with her. Like she lives a very glamorous life out there in the burbs.
It was
Um,
giving Housewives.
It honestly was. I mean, it was like catered. There was a tent. There was a menu. There was a seating chart. It was Housewives. But one thing that's so funny to me, every time I go and hang out with her and her friends, like her Pakistani family and all of her community that she's made out there, they do not drink alcohol,
hmm
but they rage. Like they stay up. We were like we were all like, y'all, we need to get back to the city. It was like midnight and we were still playing like trivia. I'm like, guys, my ass is in bed at 9 p.m. And y'all's sober asses are like running around this place like
That
it's
is
like a
so funny.
nightclub. I
I
was
love
dying.
that.
I
I
love
love
them.
that.
They're
Oh my
wonderful.
God.
And her
No.
family's wonderful. I don't know if
hmm
you've met Raheel before on Zoom, but he's great and
No, I haven't, but he cracks me up. Him and Nora crack me up. And also
yeah, they're
your
great.
outfit, you looked very kind. You looked very kind. I was like, oh my
I'm
God,
trying to be
Tom.
cunt these days.
I love your hair. I love the
Thank
hair, the
you.
slutty little glasses. I love it all. You look so I was like, Tom, oh my God, you look so good.
I know people only usually see me like either like neck up or they
Mm.
see me in fitness clothes. So I like to get dressed up here and there.
Okay, so Tom is here. We are like scraping the bottom barrel
I know.
of
Oh my God.
it's so funny. Kendrick
What an
texted
honor
the
to be here.
no. Kendrick texted group chat earlier and he was like, "What are we talking about? Like, what is going on? We're in such a lull. We're coming out of summer, but then we're coming into Potomac season. Salt Lake City starts this week,
Hmm.
and we're really revving it up. We got a Love Is Blind trailer. We have Love
Oh,
Island
I maybe I'll
games.
dive back into that.
We have. I listen. I'm always going to watch Love
You
Is
do. You
Blind.
really do always dive there. I don't know that because I used to be diehard for them, but then I don't know something just I think it was the discourse. People had so much to say about these dummies. I was like, what is there to say? The last season I watched
Yeah.
was that season where that man left that woman and they rode off on jet skis into the sunset. Do you remember that? With the patriot. She
Yes,
was a patriot.
Sarah Jane or something like that.
I was like,
And
and after this, I think I'm done.
yeah, the last season, these people are so fucking unserious. Okay, the last season was a snooze fest, right? It really didn't have a lot. You had this girl who I think's name was Sarah as well,
They're
that
all
she,
they're all named Sarah. Let's be
yeah,
honest.
she kept trying to like show the world how liberal she was. But she would be like, so how do you feel about Black Lives Matter? And my sister's gay. Okay, well, Black Lives Matter, Black Lives Matter. And the person that she chose was so clearly like he had like a
Oh,
church,
I
and it
heard
was
about
so clearly.
this.
She goes, I looked up your church, and I'm like concerned about the things that they have to say about LGBTQ community. And he's like, no, like it's not what you think. And she's like, okay. And then they get to the altar and she's just like, yeah, I just don't think our visions align, blah, blah. And so it was like, okay, yeah, girl, sure. You scratched the surface. You said all the buzzwords. I was willing to give her like I think your thought is there, but at the same time, if somebody called you out for your privilege, you would get really defensive about it.
Hmm.
But then and the plot twist, she ends up the internet blows up because somebody catches her with one of the other girls like partners that said no.
Hmm.
And the guy, his name's Joey, the guy and the girl, they're like, we're not dating. We don't know why everyone keeps saying this. Probably like a month ago, they come out and say, yes, we are dating. And I was like, and I was like, y'all literally tried to call that girl crazy. You were like, hopefully she can move on with
I
her
hate
life.
when
We are just really close friends. I said, I would slap the shit out of you. I would slap the
that's
fuck out of
so
you. You're
annoying.
gaslighting. That's gaslighting.
That's so annoying.
But
Well, this new season looks like a bunch of uggos, which maybe I'm kind of in
Denver.
on that.
One of the guys are Beauty's in the eye of the beholder. But one of the guys was literally talking about how he picks his nose and
See,
eats his bookers.
to be honest, I'm more interested in that than like the dumb hotties. So,
Oh, 100%. 100%. I cannot, I would love nothing more than for him to meet the person that he matches with, then be in that little hallway of the first reveal, sitting there having the initial conversation, and him to just put his fucking finger up his nose. I would love
oh,
nothing
I
more.
pray.
I would
Yeah.
love nothing more and put it in his mouth. That would top tier television.
Wait, should I watch Love Island Games? I've never watched that before.
So here's the thing about Love Island Games. We've only had one season. It was 2 years ago and it was pre-recorded and it was so fucking good. It was so
Okay,
fucking good. Everybody like we didn't know what to think because they had never done this before. The thing about Love Island Games is if you are there to just play a game, it's kind of like, okay, like that's totally fine. You know what I mean?
hmm,
You know, all of those people are there just to revamp their influencer career. And like
totally.
a lot of people are there because they left the villa with some their respective villas with somebody and were probably like in a long-ish relationship with them. And so never really took the opportunities that came to them
Yeah,
afterwards. So now they're like, oh, I get this.
clocking in.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm gonna clock in.
I
I'm gonna
actually
do this
know
right.
more people than I thought because I've like dived in and out of USA Love Island. Like I know some of the
Mhm.
older seasons of USA, so I think I might dip my toe in. But I do wish my Jamma was hosting it though. No shade to Ariana. I just like love her.
Okay, so here's the weird thing. I was not surprised when Ariana became the host. She's just a little bit more free, I think.
Yeah.
Maya Jama is booked and busy. Like she is a fucking star over there. One and two, Love Island Games season one, she was barely there.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, she was not like I was like, don't we have a host? I was like,
Well, I kind of felt like that watching UK this season. I was like, she's not really here.
she's a very busy lady.
Yeah.
And
I
I
agree.
like the way they do their After Sun. We need to like
Their After Sun is great.
it is so good and it's the studio audience.
Yeah, I
And I
know.
know that their After Sun is it's back in the UK. However, I think I don't know, getting Ariana from fucking Fiji to California might be a little too much. I don't freaking know, but Maya Jama does it. D- How far is
Well,
Spain from
yeah,
London?
but that's not far. No, no, no.
No.
UK, Spain to UK is like an hour on a private plane.
Okay.
Fiji to California is like 12 hours. So that
It
wouldn't
is.
work.
It is.
The
I've
problem also is Fiji. How are they going to crowdsource like enough live audience members in Fiji? This like island in the middle of
That's true. I will
nowhere.
happily go, honestly. Or we need I'm sorry, but like that is the one thing that is missing well, a couple things are missing, but that is one like key thing that is missing in Love Island USA. We need a better After Sun because in UK After Sun, they bring people's parents and siblings and friends and they sit at a like little table. You have past Islanders behind the bar. So that's kind of the same as like what they do. And then you have a live audience. Like it's like a watch what happens live format.
Yeah. It's like a chat show. Like UK has chat shows. It's very much like that. Like it's
Exactly.
not just like a over scripted. After Sun of the Year, I don't ever watch it.
No, I don't. There's no reason. And as much as I love Ariana, she is very rehearsed they have her too playing the part too much.
Hmm.
Like I'm sure Maya Jama is playing the part, but she's just a little bit more like lackadaisical in it.
Yeah.
I can tell the theater kid in Ariana comes out a little bit when she is hosting Love
Yeah,
Island.
I agree. I agree.
Which no problem. Love her. Beautiful gowns.
Beautiful, very beautiful gowns.
Speaking of gowns, did you look at anything having to do with the VMAs?
Yeah, I mean here and there. Not like I wasn't like super. I've kind of let the VMAs go because I
Yeah.
just know that I'm too old for it.
It's isn't it
Unfortunately.
so sad?
Yeah, I mean, like it's just I don't know the people, and that's okay. And I actually am okay with it.
Are you sure you sound a
The
little
only person I know, like the only people I love Cat's Eye, but then like there's like a lot of these other little girlies and gays or straights. You never know with some of
you
these men's
never
is.
know
They're
anymore.
all like Harry Styles variants that are
Hmm.
like trying to queer bait. I can't quite wrap my mind around all those gentlemen.
You know who I can't wrap my mind around?
Somber.
Tom, I thought he was black.
Wait, like
I heard
when
he
you
has
heard his music?
yeah, I heard he has a song that I really really like.
Yeah, he does. The big
Uh
one, what is it called?
mm,
This is so interesting. We're
hold
just
on.
like,
I'm gonna look it up. He has a song that I really like, and I wish that I would have had a camera on me when I saw the photo that said somber. I said, not that, not that song that I like. Oh no.
would have
I
been
do.
you. I don't know you anymore. Back to
Oh,
friends.
wait. Okay,
Or
I'm
you
confusing him with somebody else.
there's okay, there's another guy. There's another skinny white guy.
Who
Is
spell
in the mix.
but he spells his name like we're missing
Yeah,
a
I know
vowel or
exactly
something.
who you're talking about, and I we're not gonna get to him because his name is a riddle.
Oh, but he does have this song. I have one like song by him, Back to Friends. I do like that song. Lovely.
Yeah, he's good. Yeah, I just it's all it's I don't know. I just listen to Beyonce over and over again.
No, literally, that's us. But no, the person that I am most shocked about, Benson Boone, um,
Yeah,
because
of course.
I when I saw I did like that song, Beautiful Things. I said that's a nice
Yeah,
song.
yeah, yeah. He's got a great voice.
But then when I saw him doing the flips in the look, I said, "Oh, he's queer." And then everybody was like, "No, he's like kind of Christian leaning." And I was like, "Christian queer."
No,
And they were like, "No." I said, "Queer." And they were like, "No queer, Christian." I was like, "No." Look at how he flips.
no.
No, look at his
No,
out.
I love when you discover something like that everyone kind of knew already. It's one of my favorite things. When you threaded the other day that you didn't know that horseshoe was because it's a horse's shoe, I was like, now we gotta we gotta talk about this.
I was I would okay, so it's so funny. I was just talking to my eyelash girl about this. For some reason, I have ended up on horseshoe talk. So I watch them
Yes, I've
clean
seen
the
these
hooves. Oh,
videos.
I
Yeah.
love them. I love any type of like clean out. So like I watch wet cleaners videos, rug videos. I've ended up on horseshoe talk. And somehow, some way I've ended up slightly on farm talk also. It's something unexpected. People don't think for me. But when
You
he
do
is
have like five dogs.
okay, I have three and a half. But
I know it was through combining a mixed family,
yes. Okay. I
a blended
have
family.
three and a half, and I am dating a girl, so that's kind of a given.
Yes.
Gay girls
No,
come with dogs
my no,
or
okay,
cats.
Brian's sister, she and her wife have I think it's like four cats, two dogs, a ferret, and I think one other type of animal. I mean, it's a rite of passage with
It's
lesbians.
it really is. And like it's so funny. I was joking with somebody the other day because they called me a lesbian. And I was like, I'm bisexual. I was like lesbian rising. And they were or like I say a lesbian leaning bisexual.
Yeah, yeah.
And they were like, what does that mean? I was like, listen, unfortunately I am still attracted to men, but at this point, like my marriage, I was like I downloaded the apps and I put both men and women like I did back in the day.
Yeah.
And I was looking at the men and I said, I think I'm done here.
Yeah.
I don't know, like I don't plan on ever breaking up with my amazing girlfriend, but if for whatever reason something happens, I cannot see myself
Being with a
being
man
with
again, yeah.
I just think they're so dumb. Anyways,
But you're
but
not lesbian, but you're living a very lesbian life.
I
We have
am.
to
I am.
acknowledge that.
I am. Again, like I said, lesbian leaning bisexual. But anyway, so literally when he's cleaning this horseshoe out, I was like, oh, like it got to the point where he was like setting whatever on fire, the horseshoe. And when I saw it, he picked it up and I was like,
Horse shoe.
horseshoe.
I will give you a little credit here though, because the word doesn't. We've blended the word as like
There you go.
whore. A whore. It actually sounds like a whore shoe, a shoe that a whore would wear.
Exactly. Exactly. And then I do, my greenery. I garden, as the kids say now. I smoke weed.
Hmm.
Okay. So
Yep, I got
that's
it.
usually what I am doing when I'm in the depths of my talks. And then I thread something and then I'm like, oh, I forget about it. Just like when I was getting dragged because I had gardened and I was watching old episodes of Beverly Hills
Hmm.
and they said that Mauricio was Mexican. And I was like, what? I was like, I have seen every episode of Beverly Hills at least thrice. I was like, and then I literally was like,
Well, what
okay,
did you think he was? To be, I mean, not
I,
like. Did you
well,
think that he was just Jewish? Because he's
no,
Jew. He's half Jewish, half
I
Mexican.
know. I think that I thought, I don't know, because I think it was in I knew he was Jewish. I knew they were Jewish. And I think that's in the forefront of my mind
Yeah,
most of the
but
time
his
because
mother is so is just like a very quintessential like Latin American mother that you kind
I
of.
also maybe thought he was Israeli
Yeah,
and
okay.
then Italian because Mauricio. So then that's how I ended up getting dragged because everybody was like, why the fuck do you think that Kyle Richards speaks Spanish? I said, hold on, Kyle Richards is from California. Do you know I know so many white women that speak Spanish. Everybody in California speaks
Yeah, that
Spanish.
yes, agreed. That's not like weird. She grew
Yeah,
up in California.
exactly. And then everybody was like, the name Mauricio. I said, I was born in Italy. I know more Italian people named Mauricio than Latinos or Mexicans ever. And I was like, guys, it's a joke. I'm not being offensive. I was just saying, like,
Yeah, no, you need to know.
I literally said, how the fuck what I said was, how the fuck did I miss slash forget about this?
Yep.
That's what I said. And you would have thought that I said something like anti-Semitic or racist.
Oh,
I
people are
I was
crazy.
like, well, I was like, there's no way y'all are so fucking mad about this right now. I was like, I admitted I was the fault. But anyways, yeah, I know. It's me. But how did we get here?
We
VMAs.
got here because the VMAs.
The VMAs and the queers and not knowing who Somber was. Who was your best dressed?
I'm always gonna lean to the Drag Race girls.
Yeah.
I actually saw Laganja the next night do a show
Oh, I
in
saw that
Hell's
you.
Kitchen.
Yeah.
Yeah, which was so fun. I thought of my drag girlies, who did I love? I loved Lexi Love's look. I think she looked
Yeah,
gorgeous.
she did.
Simone
Simone
looked
always looks so
gorge.
good.
And then Sabrina Carpenter, I just think her team does a great job with her like aesthetic dressing her. I just think all of it always works.
She did look very good. I want some moisture in her hair. We won't go there. It's just the former hairdresser and me coming
Yeah.
out. I really liked Doja Cat.
Oh, Doja was amazing. Yes. She
I
looked
thought
great.
what Doja had on was really good. And I thought that Tate McRae, of the young pop girlies, I do stay dialed into Little Miss Tate sometimes. She has good
I
workout music, I think.
I agree. The music hits where I raised my eyebrows is when she did that Morgan Wallen song. I was like, no,
Wait, what?
she has her like number one hit is a song with Morgan Wallen. It was this year. It was like number one. It was number one on the charts for like 8 weeks.
I'm sorry. What?
No, yes. And it made me I'm like I'm not a keyboard warrior. I'm not gonna come for people who love things that like have like sus views. Like y'all can figure that out on your own. I know who I like. That though, for me, I was like, wait, does everyone recognize that she's on that song? Yeah, it's
I'm
called
gonna
What
have
I
to look.
Want.
I'm gonna have to look that. I am somebody, and I've said it on this podcast before. I am somebody that when I don't like someone, I have the power to literally act like they don't exist. The
Yeah.
last thing against my will I heard about Morgan Wallen was like, get me back to God's country. And then we co-opted it and made a billion jokes out of it. I do not follow that man. I think he is the fucking worst. Like, and that's one that I'm not willing to argue with anybody about
Yeah,
ever.
of course.
Like
No, of
there's
course.
too many infractions. And honestly, it's not even like a like political thing. It's not even he is the worst. I have friends that are bartenders and work in Nashville, and they are like, no, like he fucking sucks just all around. He's not a nice person. And so I am shocked by that, Tate, girl.
Okay,
What the fuck?
I lied a little bit. It was only there for 1 week, but it was in the top 10 on Billboard for weeks. But it did hit number one for 1 week. The song,
That's
the collab.
crazy to me. That's
It's her
crazy
only
to
number
me.
one. Yeah,
Interesting. And you know
yeah.
what's crazy about Tate McRae also? While I like the songs, I don't add them to my personal playlists. I love when people share their workout playlist or their running playlist, and I'll listen to
Hmm.
other people's, and I will add songs from that. But I like when she comes on other people's playlists, I'm like, ooh, yes, girl. But then I'm like, okay, now we're done.
Yeah. Wait, I need to send you. I have, so when I ran the marathon last year, I
Mhm.
listened to Beyonce the whole way through, but I didn't just have a playlist and shuffled
So,
it. I
mhm.
curated it. Okay, so I
Send it to me.
curated it
Send
with
it to me.
that you have to play it with the 12-second fade on. I don't, on
Uh-huh.
Spotify, you can
Yeah.
add fades in.
Hmm.
It's so good.
Send it
I
to
will send
me.
it to you.
So you have to send it to me. I would love nothing more. I literally have chills. You know, I just love her. I started crying at Cowboy Carter when she does like the montage of everything because I'm like,
Yeah. Oh,
this
I
is really
know.
the artist of my generation. Like I remember the first CD I ever bought with my own money, my allowance was Writings on the Wall. Like I will never ever
You
forget
no,
that. I
mine was Writings on the Wall as well. That was
yeah,
my first CD.
and I had this green boombox, and I have Beyonce has always been there for me.
Yeah.
She always has. But it's so funny to think about the VMAs because I'm like, Beyonce used to go to the VMAs. I don't know if anybody knows. Like she used to go and like famously where a lot of shit took place, the
Yeah.
2009 VMAs.
The good
So
old days.
it's just interesting. And they're on CBS this year.
Yeah, I saw I can't remember who posted this. One of like the gay political pundits that I
Hmm.
follow posted this, but they posted this amazing video of how like MTV VMAs in its original form was like a fuck you to the music industry.
Yeah.
Like it was like youth revolting through music, like
Hmm.
finally like breaking off of radio and showing performances, showing
Hmm.
videos that like your parents didn't want you to see. Like it was like meant to be like a sense of revolt, and
Hmm.
it had revolt in its initial conceit. And there was this video of Madonna accepting a VMA. I think it was like the first VMAs, and she's like, "Fuck the police." Like she's just like listing all these things, and she's
Hmm.
like, "Rapper." She did this whole speech about how rappers won't be free from this industry until we pay them equally, and like all this stuff about like how
Hmm.
the inequalities in the music industry. And then they showed the video of like LL Cool J at this last VMA is just being like, forget everything at the door and let's have a nice evening. And it's like, this is not and it's on CBS under
I cannot.
Paramount, who is like who's putting
Hmm.
censorship on everything
Yeah.
right now. It's crazy. So it's just like, where have we come? Like we need to return to
The roots.
the roots of it all.
Good friend of the pod, Pet Shop Boy, he put up a story that was honestly, if anybody from MTV is watching, they need to follow his structure because he put like a whole plan of what MTV should like really hone in on in this new generation instead of what like yes, we are in a reality TV world now. We absolutely are. But at its core, MTV has lost the fucking plot
Yeah.
like through and through. They really have. And it's sad to watch. But Tom, I want to ask you, is there anything that you're obsessed with, like shows, reality or non-reality related lately?
Let's see. Well, I mean, we're a little since past this, but Hunting Wives, I of course devoured, and
Season two.
and season two just got announced, which
Mm-hmm.
is so exciting. So happy for our lesbians.
Love it.
I've been like returning to old stuff right now because
Mm.
Housewives is not. I mean, I'm caught up on all the Bravo shows,
Mm-hmm.
but it's not hitting. I don't know what about it's not hitting. So I've been
Yeah.
like rewatching stuff. Like it's spooky season. I'm like rewatching Buffy right now. I'm like watching scary
I
movies.
love
Like,
Buffy. I
and I'm
love
also reading
Buffy.
a lot. I know this is
Mm-hmm.
not interesting for podcast banter, but that's the honest truth of what I'm consuming.
No, I think it's a good time. Honestly, I think it's a good time to like regroup. You like us reality TV watchers who consume a lot of just like television and social media. It is a good time to regroup. I am a reader, but I'm definitely reading more and right now
Hmm.
that I don't have like 5 million shows to like watch and recap. So I love that. But I also am there with you on Hunting Wives. I will me and Megan kind of went into it blind. We were
Oh,
just
I
like,
think yeah, I did too. I came into it very early. I knew it was maybe a little lesbian, but like
hmm.
I didn't know where we were heading.
I didn't know at all. And I'll never forget, we were sitting on the couch watching like episode 1 or 2, and Megan's like, they gay. She's like, are they gay? Or she's like, is this a gay show? I was like, she talks a lot when watching TV. Sometimes it's a stress point for us. And she asks a lot of questions where I'm like, I'm watching this too. But she literally was like, I think they're gay. Are these gay people? I was like, shut the fuck up. And but the whole time we were just like, oh, oh, oh,
Oh,
wow.
oh, we're pegging, and now we're
We,
pegging.
I audibly screamed when that happened. I
It's
literally I was like, does she have on a strap on? Does she have a strap on?
it's
I
the
was
best
like,
cold open to an episode I think of all time.
I literally was screaming, does she have a strap on?
It's so good.
It was
Wait,
so funny.
there are three shows I'm watching that I can't believe I didn't mention. I'm watching Project Runway,
Hmm.
which I'm mostly loving.
Yeah,
I love everything there except this whole like weird structure. I don't know if you're watching it, but
I've seen. Yeah.
they're eliminating on not the episode. They eliminate like the next episode. It's very
Mm,
weird. So like you
yeah.
don't feel satisfaction at the end of the episode that you're like, okay, and this person went home. You have to like wait
Hmm.
the next week. It gets very confusing. But Law is great.
Yeah, he is.
Um, a fun rec that I've been recommending to people if you like Drag Race, and I know
Mhm.
you love the dolls.
I love.
Drag Race Philippines has an all-star season right now, called Slasian Royale, where it's Asian queens from all over the world. So there's American, UK, Canada,
Oh.
um, France, and then Filipino queens as well,
Hmm.
all competing in this all-star season. It's fantastic. Drag Race Philippines is so good. It's on Wow Presents
Oh,
Plus.
okay.
If you need a fun show, fly through it. It is the drag there is so spectacular. They operate on just such a higher level, and
Yeah.
it's the way drag is with like embedded in the culture there is so different
Hmm.
than America, and it's
It
so much more
is.
mainstream there innately.
Hmm.
Like people can just be drag queens pre drag race there, could have just been drag queens successfully. It's like built into the culture,
Yeah, I've heard
not
that
like it is
before.
here.
Hmm.
It's a really, and it'd be a good entry if you've not watched Drag Race Philippines. So that's something that's really fun. And then I watched Australian Survivor, which was this season was really amazing. I won't
I've been
spoil
hearing a
anything.
lot about it.
Yeah.
I love Drag Race. Those are like Drag Race is like my comfort. I want to say like seasons like 5 through 9.
Hmm.
I could any time, no matter what's going on in my life, I can put any of those on. Funny enough, have you seen that video of Katya and Katya and what the fuck, Trixie?
Oh, I was like,
And
is it can't be Trixie?
no, it's Trixie. I don't know why I just blanked. And they are doing a season 7 rewatch, which is their
Yes, right
season.
now.
And I guess they have been asking queens, different queens from season 7, to like
Hmm.
send them a voice note just about like they'll give them a prompt or whatever. And I guess they asked Violet
Yeah, and she
Chachki,
said no.
and she was like, and then she got on her podcast with Gottmik and was like, you have my fucking phone number. Why did you send your assistant to ask me for there? I have to send it to you. It is
No,
so
I saw.
funny.
No, I've seen it. I've seen it all.
Yes.
And they talked about it on the podcast. And Trixie
Yes.
was like, "That was kind of weird."
Yeah. I was like, I know when they were like, who was it? They were like, she hates us and she gave us a voice note 10 minutes.
Oh yeah, she was. She was like, most of these girls probably hate us.
I was dying. I love when the queens just get to bickering. It's like one of my favorite things. And then they're just like, okay, well, love you.
I
I love
their
it.
recaps of season 7 have been really fun, and especially because the whole time they're like, "Wow, we were really dabbling in AAVE a lot more than we
Yeah.
should have been."
Yes, I died. I don't listen to every Trixie and Katya
Me
podcast
neither.
episode, so I did miss the joke when where Trixie posted Katya and was like, I can still hear her voice. And so when I saw it, I was like, oh my God. I was like, oh my God. But then I quickly went to the comments and everybody was like,
Yeah,
I caught on to the joke pretty fast, but I was like,
yeah.
holy shit. My obsession, Love Thy Nader.
Okay, so I texted a friend and I was like, who watches the show, and I was like, "Can you just tell me what a nader is? Like, I don't
Mhm.
understand what." It feels like all of a sudden, like we were just supposed to know who they are. I'm like, I
Pun their
didn't know
name.
these
Yeah.
people.
Hmm.
I didn't know that that was a name.
Hmm. Yeah. I binged it all in one day. I am so obsessed in a way that is so mindless. so mindless. It is very early seasons Kardashians,
Yeah.
which I did used to watch the Kardashians
Yeah, me
early
too.
seasons, right? When it was really fun before like all of the scandal came. It is so just mindless in the sense addictingly mindless. Like I really enjoyed it. Okay. And I have to give Brooks Nader, who I did not know who her press rollout, her introduction to people who maybe did not know who the fuck she was is so
Hmm.
impressive because I did not know who Miss Mama was until Dancing with the Stars. I had
Yeah,
no
so
clue.
how did she get on that?
I don't, she's been a Sports Illustrated girly forever. So she's a model and she had dark hair. Like when I saw her with dark hair and like pre some enhancements, I was like,
Hmm.
oh, okay. Like I can absolutely see where she is like, was on in sports. I don't consume Sports Illustrated either. Like it's not my culture, right?
Yeah.
So I wouldn't know. I was like, okay, I understand how I wouldn't know who she is. She got cast on Dancing with the Stars.
Because
Fine.
she
I don't
dated
know.
the guy, right?
Yes. And he is very much like, she tried to use me. And I was like, actually, I don't care if she did. I don't care if she tried to use you because this whole thing, it's genius. It's genius. She talks about
Okay.
her sisters have an intervention with her about you overusing GLP-1s. She's like mass stocking them in the fridge. Yes. And they sit down, have an intervention with her with a counselor, and she immediately is like, I don't know why you're coming at me. You use them and you have used them too. And I was like, and then she's like, agencies, you can literally go to agencies and they're handing them out like candy to their girls. And
That
she
is so
is
insane.
talking so openly about it. And I was like, I'm so obsessed with this.
Well,
I was like,
yeah, GLP-1s are everywhere. It's actually crazy how easy it is for if you're just in a certain tax bracket that you can just buy them.
no, literally. I actually, I'm not going to say that. I don't know who listens to this podcast. We can talk offline about it.
Okay,
Anyways,
great.
it is, and look, I don't
She
have
does not
any,
need to be on one.
she's on multiple, babe. She
No.
couldn't, she did and she's very, I appreciate her professionalism when it comes to influencing also because a lot of people could just like fuck off like with a lot of that stuff. Like she got
Yeah.
offered like $12,000 to do a Zumba class and part of her contract was like staying the entire Zumba class and she stayed most of it, but like Miss Mama is keeled over, throwing up because she is microdosing GLP-1s.
Oh my God. And
And
she's probably not like athletic.
no, she's not at all. And then she's in the tub, very like Britney Spears sometimes, or not sometimes video. What is that? Every time.
Every
Like,
time, yeah.
and her sisters are like, we're gonna cancel our dinner reservation because like, what if like we come back and find her in the bathtub and she's like, guys, go to your dinner. It's so fucking ridiculous. And
I
so
need to watch it.
I what you
You're
have to
convincing
you will
me.
fly through it. You will fly through it. One of them was like a Wall Street girly, I think, and
And then one of them's gay, right?
a lesbian leaning bisexual. Yes.
Got it.
Yes. And it's actually interesting because Megan found like a lot of solace in like her story. Megan is gay, my
Hmm.
girlfriend, but she talks about because they're from Baton Rouge. She talks about how she does like everybody gets asked about their dating life except for her, and that's very familiar for Megan, even though Megan has two sisters. She's one of three, and her two of them are gay. One is they don't the gay is the majority in her
Yeah.
household, but it's like not to be talked about when it comes to Megan because she's the more masculine presenting one. Anyways,
Yeah.
so she was like loving all of that. I really liked it. I really enjoyed it. You see their parents. And somebody was like, well, where do these people fall politically? I said, I don't know, and I'm not going to be looking it up.
Not worth
I'm not going to be looking it up.
it.
They're white women from Baton Rouge.
And yeah, no, not worth
I
it.
don't fucking know. Okay, but I'm also not looking for them to be anything. I'm like, okay, and I turn it off, right? Like, so
Yeah.
it was very interesting to me also that the bisexual one, she hosted a pride dinner with, ooh, I can't remember the queer organization, but I was like, interesting. And this is gonna sound bitchy. and I'm gonna apologize for it just beforehand
I'm
because
excited.
everybody's journey is different and it doesn't, whether you came out yesterday or 50 years ago, it does not matter. But I said, what a privilege to have come out 2 years ago and not be very well known and be a thin, feminine presenting white woman and get to host this pride dinner. Hmm.
Yeah,
I was like, that's
that's how it
interesting.
goes.
I was like, that's interesting. No, I don't have any problem with it, you know. And if somebody asked me to host a pride dinner, I absolutely will. And wants to arrest me for it, I absolutely will. But I was just, I found that interesting.
You should see. I mean, yeah, the things that the white gays with muscles in the city can
Hmm.
do,
Yeah.
the
Yeah, yeah,
clout they carry.
absolutely. So into some Bravo things, we are getting St. Louis, Salt Lake City this week.
Yeah.
And how are you feeling about it? Are you excited? Did you see the first look?
Yeah, I actually didn't watch the first look because I want to like really just watch it night
Hmm.
of. So, yeah, I'm so excited. I'm committing on Dumpster Dive. We're only going to be covering Salt Lake City for the season. I'm tired of bopping around, to be honest, and
Oh.
I want to just commit to recapping one show and just spending a
Hmm.
whole episode of the podcast just chatting about it because like bopping around all these shows that
It's a
give
lot.
mid
It's a lot. It can
is
be a lot.
it's just like, am I creating content that's worth listening to? I don't know. But so this will be
Hmm.
fun. So I'm really excited, and I'm betting on our girls to bring something really really good.
I say it if you listen to me every week. I'm so sorry you have heard me say this over and over. I have to always give Salt Lake City ladies their tens when it comes to not spoiling a season because
They do it better than anyone.
and they do it better than anyone. And it's crazy because they're the newest franchise. They are so
Yeah.
fucking good about not spoiling a season. When all that Monica shit was taking place, we had no fucking clue. Speaking of Monica, she still pops up on my FYPs from time to time.
Yeah.
She posted something about her boyfriend and her daughter's boyfriend being the same age. And I said, delete this.
She is a dark-sided woman.
Delete this. Okay. I don't know. Like, this is not good either way.
No.
Not good. But yeah, I'm very, very, very excited. I am going into this season of Salt Lake City with a healing journey appreciation. She really gets under my skin, but after I don't know what it was when I just
You love that.
it
See, I
unlocked an appreciation
guys, I am
for
a
her.
forever Whitney apologist. I think she is a nut,
She
but
is.
I think what I really always enjoy about her is is she's always like her intentions are always correct. Her
Hmm.
delivery is full nightmarish.
Yes.
But like she always her thought process like makes sense to me. I just wish she wasn't so frighteningly terrible at like speaking it into existence. Like she's just like, but I don't think that you should do it like that, you bitch.
I
It's like,
never want her to change the way she speaks, and it's taken me a while to get here with her. Me and Taria often say, like, I appreciate Whitney's, like, sit back, like her, I don't know what we call this, but like, not her hindsight, but her wherewithal
uh,
to, like, when Mary was describing, like, how it felt, how they came for her for like her in her church of like joining a cult as the only black woman, and Mary was talking about like how black people are treated in the Mormon church. When I can have an appreciation for Heather and Whitney for being like, she is correct. And we did not think about how that looked. Meanwhile, Lisa fucking Barlow's over there like, no, no. Is anyone going to ask me? I'm the only practicing Mormon. Is anyone going to
exhausting.
act like, shut the fuck up? Shut up. If you can't like sit here and just be like, okay, I'm neither going to recognize here or just take myself out of the conversation, you do either one, but shut the fuck up
Right.
because you're wrong. But
Wrong.
I have such an appreciation for Healing Journey. It's been
I'm worried though because she wasn't really in that trailer, and I'm
I
like,
know.
I think for me, she has been the one cast member that I could see them getting rid of,
Oh,
just
I
because
hope
like
not.
she's not bringing a ton of things to the table,
Hmm.
but maybe they didn't include a lot because she's in drama that they want to save for us to see. So I don't know.
Maybe. Maybe. I am, Salt Lake City is a series also that for the most part I can like go in giving everybody clean-ish slate because I really have no like stand-up in Salt Lake City. I think
Yeah, I
everybody who
agree.
listens to this podcast knows like I'm just not a Lisa Barlow fan. I can still say when I find Lisa to be correct in a situation, I'm just really not a fan of hers. Heather, I'm like on because I've liked her a lot, and then I've been struggling with her as of late, but I like to give everybody a fresh start.
You know, Lisa Barlow is the only housewife that has me blocked.
Why does she have you blocked? I'm surprised she doesn't have me blocked.
So, okay, I definitely was being messy, but
Wait, let me
once
check.
again, like Huda, I did not tag the lady. I do not know how she found this post,
Uh-huh.
but there was a video of her doing this like Diet Coke ad or something for promo of last season. And it was like, I love having a Diet Coke at the blank. I love having a Diet Coke. It was like her at different locations.
Hmm.
And I made a joke and I was like, I bet she loves having a Diet Coke at them Ted Cruz rallies.
Oh, she gets really
but but I didn't tag her.
she
Found
doesn't have
it.
me blocked. I don't know how the fuck I've get because I've been
No,
very vocal about her.
she found it in like 2 minutes. She was the first person to see it and respond. And she
Oh,
goes,
didn't she tell you to fuck off?
yeah,
I
she's like,
remember
fuck
this.
off. And I was
All
like, what
caps,
the
all caps,
hell?
all caps. I forgot about that.
I was like,
Yes.
oh my God. Like, I'm just a measly old shady gay. Like, why are you coming for me?
You know she has like a Google alert on her name. Any type of alert she can get on her name, you know she has it. And my issue with Lisa is always going to lie within the like Lisa tries to glorify the gays like that video. She had a video a couple weeks ago, maybe a month ago, where she was like, the gays make everything better. Everyone needs a gay, blah blah. And I was like, who do you vote for, Lisa?
It's so crazy to me, all these people that love
That
gays and
matters.
do
That
that.
matters. Like, who do you donate to, Lisa?
It's documented.
It's
It's
it's a
there.
literally documented. So how the fuck are you're using gays as an accessory? You are, and then you're actively voting against our rights. Like
It's
I'm not
so
we're not
crazy.
getting political in here, but it's just that's what drives me crazy about Lisa. Like Mary Cosby when she wouldn't go into the gay bar in what was that Palm Springs,
Palm
but I
Springs.
don't see Mary Cosby getting on social media being like, I love the gays, gay, 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 gay. I'm just like Mary, and I wouldn't be shocked because like Mary is, I'm not a person who thinks everybody needs to be liberal on these shows, right? Mary just doesn't say anything and she goes on
Yeah, she
about
minds her
her yeah,
business.
and she minds her business. So I'm like, okay, and she's an older black woman who's very into her church. I as a black woman, okay, I have older black people and I know how they are. That would
Yeah.
not shock me. But she's not toting a gay around like a white gay around like, oh my God, look who I have over here. No,
No, it really exhausts me.
it
Wait,
does.
speaking of that though, did you watch OC this week? I assume
No,
yes.
no.
Oh, you didn't?
I'm so exhausted of them.
The only thing to say about it that was so unbelievably shocking to me was that Heather had Dylan Mulvaney on her podcast and like filmed it. Dylan Mulvaney is the trans
Yeah.
woman who, for those who don't know, Dylan Mulvaney is the trans woman that unfortunately is known because of her. She had the Bud Light ad for Pride in 2023, I believe. And all these like Republicans came for her.
Was it
And then,
2023? I felt like that was just yesterday.
no, it was a while ago.
Damn.
And then but Bud Light like took down the ad and like they did all this stuff and it fucked her. They just fucked her over. But
Hmm.
she's since done amazing things and like has a podcast and a show and all this stuff. She's awesome. Heather has her on her podcast. I guess Heather was in Dylan's music video for her single, and so they become friends. But
Hmm.
then, like, literally the next scene, Heather is like walking down Rodeo Drive, buddy buddy, with fucking transphobe Gretchen. And it's like, girl, what? How can you literally in the same episode, you have
Doesn't
Dylan on, and then you are like talking about how you've grown so close to Gretchen? It's like, I'm sorry, but like, you can't actually have both. You can't.
doesn't Heather have a trans
She
child?
does. Yeah, and that too. Like that should be the first reason you shouldn't want to be so close and buddy buddy with Gretchen. But like on top of it, just the optics of the show, like it's just so bananas to me.
Okay, speaking of Gretchen, I do want to get into this. I reposted this and I don't remember if I shared it to my story or not. It's Joe. Joe was doing her makeup in a car on the way to Vegas for Jesus Jugs's birthday or bachelor party. I don't
They're
fucking know.
friends? I didn't know they were
I
friends.
guess so. And Joe spilt everything. She put everybody on blast. And like, here's my thing. I've said it before, I've said it again. Is Katie a fibber, a liar? Yeah, duh. But it's just all of this being surround like Kate, like coming after Katie, all the housewives lie at this point. And it's just like she's a little kooky, but I just really think that it's so blown out of proportion. But Joe was talking about Gretchen trying to throw her under the bus or like talk shit about her about
Hmm.
wanting to come back to the show and get her orange back. And
Yep.
I that is another thing that I'm so fucking sick of when it comes to housewives. Who gives a fuck if an old housewife wants their place back or a friend of? And Joe literally was like, "Yes, I came last season for whatever, I can't remember. And I reached out to the producer and was like, if you guys ever want me to come film a scene, friend of, I loved being back on the show and I think I would be open to being friend of." They were like, okay, we'll put you in touch with so and so. Fine. Gretchen's been like, oh, she just wants her orange back. Gretchen, I'm sorry. Were you not on the show? I got fired and now you're back.
That's what you
Multiple of you,
wanted.
yeah, literally, Gretchen, Heather, Tamra, multiple women on that show have left or gotten fired and then come back. It's fine. I don't want to spend any more fucking time like acting like that's a diss of like somebody just wants a peach or somebody just wants an orange. They just want their flute back and blah, blah. So what? You guys are housewives.
Gretchen and Slade are the most fame hungry of all of them.
It is so. And Joe was like, and by the way, your boyfriend was my boyfriend first. And I'm the reason he was even introduced to the show. And I was like, yes, yes, mama, let her know. Because, like, are you insane? I have been loving all of the clips of Slade, like, having to be, like, read his rights of, like, you are not a housewife.
Yeah. Also, I love that Slade's not on the show.
Yeah.
Like, he's not really there, which is
Hmm.
killing him.
It is.
What a fucking tool
I
bag.
just keep thinking about that clip of him tell from way back in the day telling Andy, I made the decision not to come back. And Andy's like,
And he's like,
Joe
eh.
was not going to be on the show anymore. He was like, correct. He was like, so why would you be here?
I think his thought process is like, I made the decision to break up with her, which I
Yeah. Oh,
knew would
yeah.
jeopardize my place on the show. It's like, uh,
It's like, shut up. Okay, let's dip into Potomac really quickly. Our Grand Dame, who I never want to see behind the wheel of a car again, Karen, is out of jail. It's definitely giving after schools. I call them after school specials, but after season specials, right?
yeah. Hmm.
Whereas,
I think she'll be at the very end of the season. I bet they'll do like one sit down with her and Giselle or
mhm.
something like that. Yeah.
I think there's going to be a solo sit down with Andy, and then
But
maybe
I don't know
maybe
that we
her.
need that. Okay, here's the thing. I'm worried.
Mhm.
I I'm worried she hasn't grown. She was only in
Duh.
there for 6 months, so like
Duh.
she's not gonna give us. She did not give us the apology tour when the whole thing was
No.
going down. When she had five lawyers behind her back telling her what to do. So I promise you, she's not going to be better on the other side of this. Being like, I recognize that what I did was wrong. So I'd rather go sit down less.
Oh, no, I don't think, again, Karen is an older black woman. Like, they never admit that they're wrong. Trust me, I know. It's all of my aunts and like all of my elders. They're never, rarely like, I was wrong. I would fall out of my seat right now if my grandma told me that. But like, I am just interested to see. We have not, it plagues me. We have not seen a mugshot, a shot in a jumpsuit, nothing. Like, how the fuck is this all so hidden?
I don't know. It's crazy.
I see.
She looked good though when she got out of
No, she
jail.
looked great. I have seen more clips of Jen Shaw in a jumpsuit from prison than any housewife before. Okay. More than any of them. She is loving it in there, right?
Loves it. She's
She
running that shit.
She absolutely is. Do you think she'll come back when she gets out? Because her sentence has been reduced
I
again.
don't I think Bravo really dislikes her.
Oh, no, I think so
And
too.
what Karen did is despicable, and I think
Hmm.
that she should have been in jail longer, to be honest with you. Like, or had some sort of repercussions,
Hmm.
whether that was house arrest longer than just 6 months in jail and then she can't drive. Like, I just think that she could have killed people. Like, it's
I think
really, really dark. I
I
think there
think
is some sort
she
of
has house
I think
arrest.
she, I think she can't. I don't know if she has house arrest. I think she can't leave the state of Maryland, maybe, or something like that. I don't know. I don't know. I Guys, don't come for me for legal advice. I just remember looking at it all and being like, this
Hmm.
all still feels light to me.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
got 3 DUIs. Three is crazy. So
It's
I'm not making
insane.
light of this, but Jen is a capital C criminal.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
I
yeah.
don't think they're in the market to have criminals in their shows, like capital C criminals. Like Teresa's situation was blindly signing
Yeah.
documents she should never have signed.
Hmm.
Joe is the real true criminal in that.
Right, correct.
Like Erica's a little bit of a criminal. Like
Oh
I just
God,
think that
we don't
Jen,
even have time to get into
I
Erica.
just think Jen, the line there is a little too. It's dark
It
what
is
she did.
dark. I agree. I agree. I yeah, I don't I also don't think any of those women would film with Jen.
Well, you know, Heather would come crawling
You
back
think?
and ask her to punch her again.
You think that is okay? That is really
Yes.
what has taken me off of Heather's side
Yeah,
because
of
I cannot
course.
believe that I can't believe that she's still allowed on the show, honestly. Like after
Oh, I know.
implying
Blaming
that,
production.
yes, I that's what I'm most shocked about Heather. But anyways, I'm very excited for Potomac.
Oh, me too.
We are turning a new leaf in Potomac, and I would not be surprised that after if this was Ashley Darby's last season, she doesn't have a lot to offer anymore. And Potomac is still one of the we're not even 10 seasons into Potomac, but we have a lot of OGs and we're starting to scrape them away slowly. So I was excited when I saw the Potomac trailer because we have a lot of those like old long-standing beefs are not there anymore.
Yeah,
Like
we're
we
we're
will
we're starting
not
fresh with new
we
stories.
are. So I'm very excited about that. But that's going to wrap up this episode of the Who Asked Me podcast. Tom, please let everybody know where they can find you.
Yes, you can follow me at the Tom Hamlett on Instagram and Threads. You can also check out my YouTube channel. That is youtube.com/dumpster dive pod. I have tons of Bravo recaps there. I just did a really fun deep dive into MTV versus VH1 2000s reality with Laguna Biatch, Kelly. That was so fun. And then I'll be recapping SLC every week with a fun new guest there, as well as some more throwback recaps coming at you.
Oh my God, you know what? We forgot to talk about Taylor Frankie Paul as the Bachelorette, but I mean, it's just
I don't
that
have much
she's
to
the
say
Bachelor.
about it.
I don't either.
She is probably gonna make good TV.
A
I,
hundred
I've been
percent.
I've been out of Batch Nation for a couple years now,
So
but
have
I'm
I.
willing to dip my toe back in.
Well, I have been way out of it, so I didn't know any of that, and I will take back. I was like, oh, everybody's so mad because all of the like Mid America girlies are this is their real shot about like at like getting real influencer fame, and then so many of my lovely followers came in and was like, oh, girl, you've been so tapped out for so long. People are really actually mad because they have been actively like having people with past of DV on like dangerous people like and then they said that they were pausing to do like thicker background checks and then they just come with Taylor Frankie Paul who like has pled guilty to DV and I was like T okay so I was wrong and I can say that I was like oh wow didn't know that at all I didn't I'm
Yeah, they've
so
had a
clocked
trouble
out.
past with casting.
Crazy. Okay,
Yeah.
but y'all know where you can find me over on Instagram, Who SL, Who Asked Me Podcast, Threads, TikTok, all of that. And then if you're on YouTube, please don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, all of the things because we need to build up this YouTube community over here. But we will talk to y'all next week. Bye.